going, guys? It's Khoa here, and in this video I want to cover a fantastic book. It's written by Chin-Ning Chu. This might be the first Asian author that I'll be reviewing today, and it's a very powerful book on that shows you how to become stronger and how to deal with the adversity and challenges that might come your way. So in life, as you know, life is difficult and throws you tons and tons of challenges your way, and it's important to learn some of the concepts from what other people have learnt on how to deal with these challenges and to rise from the ashes. I'll just give you like the one key summary, and I'll let you go ahead and check out the rest. So the book is called Thick Face Black Heart. So Thick Face Black Heart. Check it out, it's awesome. It's by Chin-Ning Chu. The subtitle is called Thriving and Succeeding in Everyday Life and Work Using Ancient Wisdom of the East. So in this book, Thick Face Black Heart, Chin-Ning Chu talks about becoming a stronger person through the concept of having a thick face and a black heart. So what does she mean by a thick face, black heart? So a person who's very thick-faced can deal with lots of criticism. Someone who when someone tells you off, or when someone puts you down, when you go across lots of challenges and fears, you want to develop a thick face. If let's say that you've got a dream of something, or you have a goal and you go ahead and you want to go ahead and achieve it, other people will start pulling you down, right? They'll start saying, you can't do that, you can't do that, who are you to try and do those type of things? And all of a sudden they just lose confidence in themselves and they just quit. They haven't really built the thick face. So that's what Chin-Ning Chu is talking about. Build the thick face in terms of those times when people are trying to bring you down. A perfect example is Donald Trump. He's got the thick face. No matter what he does, he just doesn't care about criticism. He just goes ahead and just does it. So in order for you to thrive in today's society, you need to build this thick face. You might come across this, let's say that you're doing YouTube videos like me, you're going to come across lots of haters. And if these haters keep posting comments on your YouTube blog or on your blog or whatever it is, you need to have a thick face and just not care about it. The thing is, you have to build that really inner conviction that you just don't give a shit. And those types of criticisms and complaints and the things that pull you down doesn't matter. So that's the thick face. The concept of the black heart. So what does the black heart mean? So Chin-Ning Chu talks about the black heart as in regards to, you need to remember, in order to achieve the things that you want, you need to be comfortable being uncomfortable. You're going to come across lots of challenges and you're going to come across lots of pain and discomfort, but you need to be able to be comfortable in those type of situations and still pursue the thing that you're purposely pursuing. So in a way, it's like you're being relentless or you're being ruthless towards your goals. As long as it's not hurting or injuring anyone else, that strong conviction, that strong drive that you will do whatever it takes to go out there and achieve it. So that's the whole idea behind the black heart, is that no matter what happens, what situation you're in, no matter how much fear you're going through, no matter the storm that's currently around you, no matter how chaotic you are, you're the warrior that sits in the middle and just stay calm and just still pursuing your goals. So that's the essence of the black heart. There's some really great quotes in this book, and I'd like to read a few of them. I'll just read a passage from The Usefulness of Fear. There's a popular Chinese maxim: the hat is good, the shoes are good. However, if you put the hat on your feet and the shoes on your head, then both become useless. The emotion of fear is not bad, as everything under heaven has its purpose. If we understand the purpose of fear, we may use the emotion of fear to benefit our life rather than empower fear to hasten our self-destruction. It goes on and talks about fear, and it gives you a really good perspective on how to handle it. And I think this is really important because we live in a world where we're just so fearful. We're pumped with lots of we're pumped with lots of negative information from the news and media, telling us that we're going to go to war, this is going to happen, there's diseases and everything. People watch so much news, get like so pumped full of fear, and they never go ahead and they just never go after their dreams because there's just too much fear out there. And it's really important to deal with this type of fear by having a different perspective on it. So what Chin-Ning Chu talks about is how to handle that fear, And for example, there's a nice passage from this part called The Eyes of Fear. The content of fear may be intense and gripping, so much that it overwhelms us completely. But when you look beyond that content at fear itself, what do we find? Pure energy, energy which, if we focus on it directly, we will begin to reveal its real nature. Then, instead of filling us with agitation, the energy of fear can actually lead us to a state of exhilaration or intense concentration or love. So what she's talking about is, on the other side of fear is great reward. So have you ever noticed that whenever you're about to do something great, it's really, fear just starts pumping up, and there, you start holding back. But as soon as you pass through that fear is gone, and then you just left with nothing but reward. So that's the thing. You need to always remember that on the other side of fear, there's greater reward, and there's nothing to fear as well. To overcome fear, first you must have to find the courage and will to confront fear. So you must always confront fear. Fear is never so terrifying once you look into its eyes. A thick-faced black-heart practitioner will use his spear to pierce the eye of fear. So once again, we're going back to the black heart. Another key point, self-observation is essential to self-growth. You must first understand the motives for your own actions in order to understand others. Another quote, in fact, nothing is hard or easy. Competition for survival is the condition of life. It is our dharma to fight the battle of life courageously and righteously. Another great quote, be true to your life, true to your desires. Another great takeaway from this book is success comes to some of those most negative people as well as the most positive ones. Success comes to those who try hard and even to those who make no visible effort. What promoters of positive thinking theorizers fail to realize is that success does not discriminate. It can come to those who project either negative or positive attitudes. So what Chin-Ning Chu is talking about is, when you're going towards success, don't just try and ignore the negative emotions, the negative people. They're also there to teach you a lesson. Yes, you can avoid them and become more positive and everything, but they are also there for a purpose. They're there to teach you something. So what she's saying is, don't ignore both sides of the coin. Just look at both sides and just take it on. Don't be influenced by their actions or whatever it is. Just learn the lessons and just apply it into your life. So Chin-Ning Chu also talks about different leaders to identify the strong ones and the weak ones as well. There's also the 8 character flaws among leaders. So to identify these flaws, this can really help you. So number 1 is greed. Number 2 is jealousy of others' competency and proficiency. Number 3 is being easily influenced by others' gossip and opinions and taking delight in praise. Number 4 is focusing on understanding others yet knowing nothing about oneself. Number 5 is indecision. Number 6 is being enslaved by pleasures of the senses. Number 7 is malevolence and cowardice. And number 8, evasiveness and deceitfulness, often playing lip service, lack of sincerity. So I've come across, I've worked for different types of managers. There's different types who micromanage. There's really tough ones who make quick decisions. I've worked with different types, and you can easily see it. Going into Sun Tzu Art of War book is Sun Tzu also talks about the characters of leaders, and in order to win a battle, you need to identify these 5 characteristics. If you were to put these 2 leaders next to each other and see these, see their characters against each other, you might find some of their flaws, and the one who has the most positive attributes will tend to win that war. If one of the leaders is a coward and the other one is not, well, the other one who isn't will eventually win. So, so pretty much that person's already won. I've seen it with my own eyes how in companies, how weak leaders tend to push the good ones away, and they take all the credit and everything, and then everything just falls apart. So that's a very important one to remember. So then Chin-Ning Chu also talks about the 9 essential abilities of a leader. So number 1 is the ability to recognize the situation of his opponents, the ability to recognize the methods of advance and retreat, the ability to know the limitations of his resources, the ability to recognize favorable timings for actions, the ability to utilize natural geographical elements and understand the advantages and disadvantages inherent in any given situation. the ability to exhibit originality in strategic planning and provide his enemy with total surprise, the ability to hold his plans in total secrecy, the ability to create harmony among his troops, the ability to generate common objectives among his troops. So this book is fantastic. I mean, I love this book. It just it's been read by entrepreneurs and business people around the world. It's business is really bloody. It's really messy, competitive, and there's people backstabbing. It's just crazy. So if you ever start a business and been in business, you understand what I'm talking about. So this will help you combat against all the shit that goes out there. So finally, I'd just like to leave you with a fantastic quote from the book. Thick-faced black heart is the foundation that supports you in enduring the humiliation of defeat and criticism, to rise above it and dare to do what is right in fulfilling your destiny. So Abraham Lincoln also had a thick-faced and black heart as well. So that's a good example there. So go check it out. Thick-faced Black Heart by Chin-Ning Chu. It's a fantastic book. Read it, master it, study it, read it again and again, and it will help you become the ultimate warrior in business and in life. Thanks.